Welcome to the deep dive. We've got an intriguing one for you today, folks. You sent us BEAUTYLAND.pdf. And I gotta say, this coming-of-age story, it's really unlike anything I've ever come across.
Yeah.
We're diving into the world of Adina,
Okay.
a young woman who, well, she believes she's an alien.
Interesting.
And she's keeping this, detailed log of life on Earth for, get this, her alien superior.
Her superiors. I know, right?
But here's the thing. What really drew me in right from the start is how Adina experiences the world.
It's all about the senses with her, isn't it?
Totally. It's like she's not just observing. She's cataloging every little detail.
It's almost scientific in a way.
Right. Like the exact shade of beige
Oh, yeah.
in her childhood home, the sound of a fax machine,
Wow.
the scent of her mother's perfume,
Yeah.
every...
That's what's so fascinating. Is it all ties directly back to this mission she's on, documenting the everyday, the mundane for these alien superiors. And it makes you wonder, is she hyper aware of all these details? Because everything feels so alien to her already.
Oh, that's a really good point.
It's like she's trying to understand a world that seems completely foreign
Yeah.
by capturing every single detail.
By pinning it down.
Exactly. And you know what's so clever about it is that by focusing on these often overlooked details,
Yeah, I know.
it forces us, the readers, to reconsider our own everyday experiences.
To slow down, notice things more.
Exactly.
And it's not just the observation, she's funny.
Mhm.
Who else would say that popcorn is the loudest sound on Earth because it's the official food of movie watching?
That's great.
I swear I used to think, peanut butter and hamburgers was gourmet.
You know, it's those moments of pure, unadulterated, childlike perspective
Yeah.
that make her such a captivating narrator.
And it's relatable, too,
Absolutely. We see those universal struggles of adolescence, wanting to fit in, fearing rejection,
Oh, totally.
but amplified through the lens of her quote-unquote alien identity.
Her trying so hard to be friends with those J girls.
Yes. The epitome of teenage coolness.
Right. And she could see right through them, but still...
Still wants to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Kind of the group.
It's heartbreaking and hilarious at the same time.
Oh, definitely.
And the way she analyzes people, her observations are so insightful.
You're right. She picks up on things most people wouldn't.
Like when she describes how her mother's walk changes depending on her mood. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It speaks volumes about Adina's ability to read people.
It's like she's trying to crack some kind of code,
Trying to decipher the human experience.
Exactly. But as she gets older, her transmissions, as she calls them, they start to change.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like she's, I don't know.
They evolve.
Yeah, they evolve. It's like going from describing colors
Yeah.
to, painting a full-on portrait,
Exactly. It's like she unlocks a whole new level of understanding.
What do you think caused that shift?
Well, there's that part where she reads The Little Prince.
Oh, yeah.
And for her, it's not just a children's book. It's
Right.
like this huge epiphany.
Yeah.
She realizes stories, they're not just about the plot, they're metaphors for life.
Which, knowing Adina, she tries to put that into practice right away.
Oh, absolutely. Remember her fluent Italian presentation?
Oh, man, how could I forget?
So much confidence and yet disaster.
Total disaster.
Yeah.
But that's so Adina, though.
It is, isn't it?
But it's also something we can all relate to, right?
Of course. That feeling when you're totally sure of yourself, but you've got it all wrong.
Completely. It's happened to all of us.
Proof that even with the best intentions, sometimes we miss the mark.
Totally. But going back to Adina's story,
Yeah.
it's not all fax machines and, those funny moments.
Right.
There's this whole other layer as she becomes an adult.
Things get real.
Life happens, relationships, the whole 9 yards.
What struck you about that part of her story?
It's bittersweet,
Yeah.
She's dealing with things we all go through.
Love, loss.
Exactly. Like her friendship with Dominic.
Oh,
That hit me hard. How it slowly fades as he moves to New York.
it's so relatable.
It is. That feeling of things changing, not being the same.
And it's through those experiences that the fax machine, that recurring motif,
Yeah.
it takes on a whole new meaning, doesn't
It
it?
becomes less about reporting back to those superiors
Right.
and more about her needing to connect with someone who understands.
It's like she's sending out these messages in a bottle, hoping for a response.
And it's heartbreaking because those responses, they're often so impersonal.
Almost robotic.
Exactly. Like she's pouring her heart out, but it's not reaching anyone.
It highlights that feeling of being alone, even when you're surrounded by people.
Totally.
Mm.
Yearning for that genuine connection.
And then just when you think Adina's story is going to end on that note of sadness,
Right.
we get this totally unexpected twist. Oumuamua.
Now, for anyone who's not familiar,
Oumuamua was the first interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system.
it's a huge deal,
It's
Rob.
huge. Scientists were baffled.
It was this strange elongated object, right?
Yeah, and it sparked all these questions about its origins. Could it be a sign of alien technology? A message from another civilization?
It really captured everyone's imagination.
Absolutely. It was this reminder that there's still so much we don't know about the universe.
And for Adina, it's like this turning point,
She sees it as a possible sign from her people.
like a beacon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it reignites her desire to find where she belongs.
To connect with her own kind.
What's fascinating is how this external event, this object hurtling through space, it sparks this internal journey for Adina.
She starts to question everything.
Her identity, her purpose, everything.
And that leads to her decision to finally embrace who she is.
Whatever that may be.
Exactly. It's like she's done trying to please these superiors.
Right.
She's ready to define what belonging means for her.
And what makes the ending so powerful is that it's open-ended.
We don't know if she ever finds her people.
We don't know if she stays on Earth.
We're left wondering, what does it really mean to belong?
Is it about finding your tribe, or is it about embracing your individuality?
It's such a relevant question, especially today,
It is. We're constantly bombarded with messages about fitting in,
about being a certain way.
when in reality, our differences are what make us interesting.
Exactly.
And that brings us to our final thought for you to ponder. Imagine you had the chance to send a message to a distant civilization.
Like those scientists speculated about with Umoa.
Exactly. What single detail from your life would you share? What would you want them to know about the human experience?
Wow, that's a powerful question.
It really makes you think about what truly matters.
It does. What defines us as human beings? It's like, when you really think about it, defining ourselves, humanity, it's not about all the big accomplishments or how advanced our technology is.
It's about those core experiences we all share.
Exactly.
The way we love, how we deal with grief, that deep desire to connect with others, even when it feels impossible.
And Adina's story, it captures all of that, doesn't it?
Beautifully. The joy, the sadness, the kindness, even the cruelty, it's all part of it.
It's messy and complicated and, well, it's beautiful.
It really is.
And I think that's what makes this whole deep dive, for lack of a better term, so fascinating.
It's more than just analyzing a story.
Way more. It's about understanding what it means to be human, you know?
We're all on that journey in a way, just like Adina.
Trying to figure out where we fit in.
Exactly. And that means embracing the unknown, questioning everything, being open to those unexpected connections.
And who knows, maybe that's the message we'd send out to the stars.
A little piece of ourselves, hoping someone out there gets it.
That's a beautiful thought. Well, that about wraps up this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
To everyone listening, thank you for joining us. It's been an incredible journey, and we can't wait to see where our next listener takes us.